Hi, kids! Sorry, I know the head bob was a really weird way to start the stream.
I thought you were plugging it into that.
It is plugged in.
No, hooking it up to that.
Oh, I will. Once I get started with the part where I can't hold the phone any longer. How are we all doing today? It is a Friday night, and me being the old man that I am. Sorry, my wife decided right now is the best time for her to do the dishes, too.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've been doing the dishes.
Hey, he's about to live stream and do something. Have dishes in the background. I'm adjusting a tripod with my other hand. Hi, Jilly D. Hi, Voltage. How we all doing? How we doing, kids? How we doing? And, of course, the dog decides that she wants to whine.
I swear to God. I don't know what's going on in your
So, today, and this was kind of an impulse thing, I actually recorded a video. We just finished uploading a video. It won't be live till after the stream, though. Today was kind of a weird day, so I turned on my tablet to hopefully do the GameStop ad read video. Oh, damn, Eric Chalkin, thank you. Thank you. I missed that filthy mug. I missed you as well, Eric. So, turn on my tablet, because I was like, all right, we're going to do the GameStop ad read video, and I'm just going to literally read through the ad and point out the things that I think are highlighted. So we're going to do it in a little different of a way. And I realized my tablet is 7 years old and runs slower than shit. I have an Asus ZenPad, by the way, which has an Intel processor, which at its time was even still relatively lower end. So today I got a new tablet, because I had a bunch of Best Buy reward points from me and my kids bought Pokemon and Luigi's Mansion. So I got a tablet, like a 10-inch tablet for like 110, 120 bucks, whatever it was after tax. But I got a lot off of it. That was the big benefit. It was very cheap. That tablet's usually full price, $229.99, and I spent $100 less than that. But finally upgraded. Has USB-C, which is what I look for in all electronics at this point, except for my vape. My vape, for some reason, just, you can't put USB-C. Just because they're cheap.
Yep.
So, we went to Micro Center. Actually, we went to Best Buy first, because my wife had been talking about wanting a gaming PC, and that's what she really wanted for Christmas, right? I debated on buying a pre-built. Every time I looked at the pre-built, all about them savings. I am all about them savings. So I debated on buying a pre-built. It's something we had talked about, because both of us have kind of wanted to try PC gaming a bit. And she also mostly wanted it for a stream. And I was like, well, you know, this could also help with me getting back to using my Yeti mic with doing my... Oh, well, thank you, Kirik! With using the Yeti mic when doing my videos, because obviously that mic has much better audio quality than even my cell phone. Not saying my cell phone's bad, I'm just saying could be better. So we got all this today, and I'm gonna attempt to build a PC on live stream.
You need to turn your camera around to show it.
I'm well aware. Don't tell me how to run my life. So we got a bunch of stuff. We got we're gonna run through what's gonna be in this guy.
Hi, Pat.
So,
Hi,
we got Corsair Vengeance RAM, DDR4. We've got a Crucial NVMe 500 gigabyte SSD. We've got an EVGA power supply, 650. It's modular. I only agreed to spend the more money on that because Valerie's picky about cables and wires, so the modular will help. A Master Liquid. I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna be my first time dealing with liquid cooling. I assume it's going to be relatively simple.
Just put it back here.
I'm reading. So the AM4 stock, I believe, is what we're using. Yeah. AM4. We got a ASRock B450 Pro 4 motherboard.
Oh my God, you're rich.
I know.
and I can get it out of that.
This is the part that was hard for me. Okay, are you guys ready? Because we all know Nick's an Intel fanboy, and this stuff got a bit rough. I went with the Ryzen 5 3600X. I'm not saying that I'm disappointed with it, because in benchmarks it apparently shits on all i5s. So I was like, all right, I guess we're going with the Ryzen build. Got a Western Digital Blue Caviar 1 terabyte. We don't actually store a lot of stuff, like videos and stuff. I don't hang on to. Intel is very expensive, yes. I would have paid at least $150 more to go with Intel. That's not including NVIDIA. We went with a Asus Strix Gaming RX 580. That was also really hard for me, but apparently it performs better than a 1050 Ti. And, message retracted. She also got another one of the monitors that she uses to play games on, because obviously you need a separate monitor. It can't be the same one hooked to the PlayStation or she'd have some issues. And then a thermal take case over here, which is the Versa J4 TG RGB. I haven't built a computer in, when did I build Brent's? Like 2 years ago?
2 years.
Probably just a little shy. But the upside for her is, her streams should run better. For both of us, we kind of were interested in PC gaming to some extent, and I already own a bunch of Steam games that are decent games and run okay on my laptop. Now they'll run better than okay. So we're going to turn the camera around here. Guys, ladies and gents.
Yeah, Pat. Rainbow Six on PC.
Rainbow Six on PC.
I just need a mouse and keyboard now.
Yeah, mouse and keyboard. We did not buy a gaming mouse and keyboard. This, including the monitor, was about $1,200, which really isn't bad, because, as I said, including the monitor. So I did price match some stuff down. I went to Micro Center. I'm sure you guys have at least heard of Micro Center. A lot of you probably have. Making a stream machine. This will do more than just stream. So I saved a little bit of money by Amazon had. I'm still on. Amazon had the disc version of Windows 10 for like $99. So I saved like $40 because I have a USB disk drive. Because we're not putting disk drive in this. None of my software is on disk anymore. Do I have a pocket knife on me?
No.
Can you go upstairs and get my pocket knife real quick?
Here you go. Yeah. Pickles.
What up, Sabre? Disk is fine. Yeah, disk is fine for what I'm using it for. And since, really worst case scenario, all I needed was the code. I could go plug in my laptop right now and create a USB to boot up Windows and then just enter the code. So either way is fine. I got it. We're good.
So how long until like there's something wrong?
When I start plugging in all the case wires, that's when you'll hear a lot of cussing start.
Nick builds hot water heater. You actually paid for your Windows key. LOL.
Yeah, I don't pirate software.
1,200 is pretty good.
It was closer to 11. We're gonna put it on the ground. So I'm gonna get this guy out of the box.
It is sad. I'm just waiting for this to end.
Really, none of this should end badly. I've built quite a few PCs. The only thing that is the question mark is the water cooling, but in theory it should be just like if I were putting a heat sink and regular fan on. Just if I were to nickel the wires.
Do not pull this off. Do not. Do not. Okay. I asked them not to do that to my car, and you know what they did?
They pulled it off.
They pulled it off. I was surprised. and the adult Lego building begins. My first computer I built was 600 and I had to borrow a 5-year-old graphics card. Hey Nick, I gotta head back to work. Hope you have a great night. Thank you, Dylan!
Thank you, Dylan. Enjoy Walmart.
Should we start placing bets for when the failure ensues? Saber.
The failure always ensues when I plug in the case cables. Here, go set this somewhere, because that's glass. The only time you really got to hear me cuss and get frustrated with Brent's when I built his, which I actually recorded. There was a video of that. I just chose not to put it up. Was plugging in the case cables. These cause me all kinds of frustration, even though there's a guide. Like, there is a guide for all these case cables.
Follow that guide, because I don't want no wires hanging out.
You're going to have wires.
Nope. Lane says I got a 2008 Ti, a Ryzen 1800X, and a 32 gig RAM, and a 3200 at 3200, and I got 2 4K Asus monitors and an MSI titanium motherboard. Jesus Louises.
SATA power.
For 3200 for all that. AIO is like the super easy to do. What's AIO? No? Okay.
All in one?
One day I'll be able to build a PC so I can solely watch YouTube on it. Era. When he pushes the on button and we hear a boom. Arrow, that's my PS4. Is this Val's Christmas present? Yes, Chess. This is essentially my Christmas present. All in one now. Thanks, Pat. I got that. I saved $100. I'm going to send it, and all I have to deal with is a watermark. I do not want a watermark. I have my power supply blow up in my face before. Ew, oh my god.
Yeah, power supplies can, when they go, they go. What is all of this?
Instructions for having it nice and neat.
I don't know what this is.
Keeping it neat. It's probably the thing that holds all the wires.
I budgeted a much cheaper case on PC Part Picker than what we got right here.
It's RGB. I'm excited.
That's all cable management right there.
We will be doing it.
Not 100%
Yeah,
sure
I caught a
what
stream.
this is.
Hi, Nolan.
Alright.
What's this, a speaker? This is a speaker?
I don't think it's a speaker.
It's a speaker.
Then it's a speaker. You have a case speaker. Your case makes noises.
This tiny thing is a speaker.
This is a much more in-depth case than what I'm used to. I'm just reading.
Don't cheap out on the power.
So this is the back cover that goes over where the power supply, the battery.
Power and battery, same thing. Isn't it a battery?
No, it does not store energy.
Oh. Why not? So if a power outage goes out, my computer's just out.
Yeah,
Whereas my laptop just keeps going.
correct.
That's not fun. How do I get one that holds power?
You buy a USP or UPS. That's a big giant block that plugs into your wall that you plug all your devices in. Uninterruptible power supply.
Or just get a generator. Right? Maybe? If I'm going to help build it, I'm going to help watch. I'm going to watch with you guys. No one uses them little speakers. Oh. I mean, it's cute. Just slap a car battery to it and boom, battery. That's what I'm saying, Saber.
This case is so much more in depth than what I'm used to. It's ridiculous.
Look at how fireworks down there. They're just crinkling up.
I think we're gonna come out on this side. Where's my teeny turner? This is my favorite screwdriver, by the way. It's called Teeny Turner.
I have the power.
I used to have an Intel branded one.
A laptop is battery powered, and a desktop is wall powered. But I want my desktop to be battery powered too.
Just remember.
You should move the boxes so we can see what you're doing. We could do that. Thanks. Wait in.
I don't need everyone to see how trash my cable management is.
It's not going to be trash. I'll make you fix it.
This is such a weird spot for a power supply to me, but
You gotta make sure the fan's going the right way too, because if it's going down, you want it to go down, right? Because there's a mesh thing right
yes.
That's
So
hideous.
how did all the cables come out of this? Nick's already confused.
You should move that case looks like a kid's toy compared to mine. It's little. I don't have a lot of room where I am currently sitting. I would show you all, but you know, moving you. So I have pretty much enough room for the 2 monitors, and this would have to go like. I don't think I have enough room on the desk to put it on top, so I have to put it underneath.
Oh. I'm going about this all wrong. I can slide fully under this sheet, it looks like.
It's all the way back here. There's like a little spot back here.
I think this is where your hard drives get housed.
It looks like it, maybe.
So I bet there's a way to unscrew this whole area here.
Like all the screws. Good structure. How much did it cost? Too much.
Yeah, I won't argue that.
This is what this looks like. So it has this open. Maybe you opened the wrong side because this is open.
I mean, to be fair, we kind of would probably want to open both sides either way. This case is so crazy. A whole new world.
And I bet you can have it all in there now, huh? Easy.
Much easier, yes.
Instructions. Who would have thought?
I don't read those.
Did you see me at you on Twitter earlier about GameStop Black Friday sale?
Yes, that video is recorded. It is.
It's ready to go. It's just not live yet.
I'll leave that like that. Now we're gonna set this down here because that has all the extra stuff, which at some point I will need.
I would never be able to do this. I'm not very mechanically skilled.
You don't need to be mechanically skilled for this at all.
It's like a puzzle.
Yeah.
I have a fractional design defined R6 freaking awesome. What? I couldn't either. I'd end up with extra parts at the end. Here are all of the extra parts thus far. We've got quite a few. Next, sometimes on the back of the case, there is screws for the power supply you need to take off the case and then put in the power supply that slides in the case. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I'm sure there are.
he took off the other side.
This one has like little risers, which is kind of cool. And then I think
That is kind of cool. So it's not like more airflow.
Then this is going to screw on to the case to hold in the power supply, so that'll go around the edge of the power supply like so.
Use the motherboard manual to find out what is what when it comes to the motherboard headers. I believe that's what I'm doing. It said motherboard on it.
You will still hear a lot of cussing out of me.
Yeah, motherboard installation and HDD installation. Cable management is essential. I just dug through about 28 RG11 coax cable lines just to tone one out. Ooh. Yeah, I'm all about cable management. He's not. Which is kind of fun fact, I finished my Pokédex and Let's Go Eevee, my first Pokédex completion. Woohoo! Triangle to triangle, Nick, for the CPU.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Nick, that's the piece I was talking about for the power supply. Some people don't know that. Are you enjoying Pokemon Shield?
I already beat it. I loved it. I'm afraid to review it due to changes in YouTube. We'll unscrew this later if I need to figure out what it actually is. Screw it back in for now.
What's all this?
Those are the cablings that are going to connect to your motherboard that power the case, the USBs, the power button.
So I can essentially hide everything back here, right? Yeah? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you haven't even looked at this side really yet, have you?
No? Have I moved? Oh, cable management is not essential function over form doesn't.
Hand me the processor. It's the one that says Ryzen on it. Actually, just hand me most of it. We're gonna start spreading now. We need to take up more room. I just need to see everything to plot my adventure.
You want me to start opening?
Sure. I feel like there's a lot of packaging
I
for
know.
a CPU. Oh, it's because it already has fan and everything mounted on it. That is absolutely crazy.
Another fan? Is the RGB? No. It would sound wrong. No.
This is if you weren't using.
Like a laptop?
I mean, to be fair, that came with a pretty decently high-end fan. I'm half tempted to return the water cooling and go with that. But you want water cooling, you want RGB. We're good. Never mind. Never mind. Forget I said anything.
Can't you use both?
No.
Why not?
That's a heatsink fan. That's gonna be all of it in one piece. Alright.
Did you ever review Outer Worlds?
I did not.
You have a good mic. We can just barely hear your kids. That's because the kids are all the way upstairs. And he's using his phone, so. Come on.
Alright, processors already seated. By the way, if you wonder why I keep touching this, it's because it's metal and that grounds you. I don't believe in anti-static bands.
So I have this SSD.
I'm really happy we brought her in to wine.
She was scratching at the door to come in. You didn't, hey. Come.
You can see how this hooks up to the cooling. So I assume it's going to go into that bracket. But honestly, I can mount that last. I just kind of want to see how it's going to go on.
Those cables and the case plug into the headers on the other door for the USB port. Slow it down. Use a dryer sheet, that works too.
Holy dear God. I'm gonna disappear. I'll be down here. You'll hear me talking. Sorry.
Let's see the doll. Come here, doll.
Okay, so that's the radiator. As I said, I've never done liquid cooling.
There it should be.
Huh. This does not come with pre-applied thermal paste. Which is a bit of a problem. Oh my God, how many different brackets does this thing need?
All of them.
Evidently.
So there's thermal paste on the cooler.
Yeah, the dude was so adamant about that.
That's what somebody else said.
Huh?
That's what somebody else said.
What?
Make sure there's thermal paste on the cooler.
The dude swore to me that there was going to be thermal paste.
Well, maybe it is. Have you taken everything out yet?
Yeah, it would already be pre-applied on here, and you would see it.
Maybe it says peel off. Maybe that's it.
That's because it's brass and it's easily scratched. Or copper, I'm sorry. That part might not get installed tonight then.
Yeah, well.
You gonna run to...
You have thermal paste.
Where?
I don't know if
I already looked for it.
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna go find some thermal paste, y'all.
Worst case scenario, you'll get this fan for tonight. See, thermal paste already pre-installed on this one, but not on the cooler. One that comes with it, check. It's fine. While she is looking for that, I'm pretty sure I threw that thermal paste out. I had some Arctic Silver. Usually, I use my own thermal paste, because I don't like the thermal paste that's usually included with this crap. It's fine. I have plenty of stuff to install. Where'd she put the SSD? I'm like 98% sure I threw out that thermal paste the last time I cleaned my closet. She laughed, so that means she probably found it. Did you find it?
I did.
Arctic Silver?
It is. Shh. I know where all the things are.
Where was it?
Under your thingamajiggy. Your plastic thing. Check in the box, it might have a tube of it in it. Classic married couple fighting over glue. Are you sure it's not like in a gigantic silver sachet? I sell those at work. It is in there somewhere. See? It probably is. He didn't take everything out, so.
Alright. Ram stick 1. Inserted.
It's in here.
What kind?
Whatever it comes with.
Fine, I'd rather use my silver anyway. Which I should be good to space these RAM sticks out if I really wanted to. Because they shouldn't have an order they need to go in.
It's in there. He just didn't look very well, per
So
usual.
we're gonna install them two apart here.
It's over there, Nick. I just had a door explorer moment. Nick, make sure you put the RAM in the proper slots for dual channel. Before I die, I want to build a PC. And hi, Lord of the Bees. Are you done with the knife?
Alright. Where did you put the solid state drive? Oh. Bingo. Was there a screw in there for this? There should have been like a little screw.
No. There was nothing but a box of paper. Nothing but paper.
Do you want the Ryzen sticker on your front of your computer anyway? A lot of people like the processor sticker on there. It's like you can put it like up here. It's literally the Ryzen 5 logo.
Can you just pull it off until the end so I can figure that out?
Yeah.
Okay.
There are people that like them. But see, that's what pre-applied thermal paste would look like. Which is supposed to be like the adequate amount.
Where's the paper for this? Was there paper?
I don't think so. You really shouldn't need the paper for that one.
I just printed it together.
There should have been like a small screw though for the NVMe drive.
No screws. And nothing fell. So these are the only screws that are available. I can give you a little screw. You want a little screw? Here's one. Unless you want this little screw, here's a little screw, and here's a little screw, but I think this goes to this. No? Ooh, they're looking at your butt. Oh my gosh. The screw is in the motherboard box.
Is it? The ASRock one. ASRock. Probably somewhere over by you over there. Or unless it's in with us. But
I have no ace.
oh, it's. I have no top.
Don't you dare tell me about it, because I don't love one.
There is no screw. Unless it's just a buffer that's plugged in there right now. Yeah. Alright. So it's already in the board. It's got a dual channel for NVMe. How do I unscrew that?
The M.2 screw is in the motherboard box. It can also be on the motherboard for the M.2. Check on the motherboard.
So they got it like that, right there. I just need to figure out how to unscrew it.
This is incredibly frustrating. They're trying to tell you these things and I'm not reading. The good thing about Nick not being kid-friendly is that I can save to watch later. Yeah, check on the motherboard, Nick. Face palm. Nick, I'll play with you on PC. This is mine! He only gets to play it when I let him.
When I let him.
That took 12 minutes to mess to loose.
I can't get it out though.
Let me see. Where is it?
Don't scratch the motherboard.
You look like you need an Allen wrench.
That's not Allen.
Is that the actual screw, or is it just a standoff from the M2? I don't know.
So there's a standoff for the M2 over here, because there's two slots.
What are you need it for?
To hold in your solid state drive.
I know. I don't know nothing.
Did I ask you like you knew? All I asked you about was a screw. I know screws. Or you just don't want to give me a screw.
Nick, be nice to Val. I know, right? So mean to me.
Who said be nice to Val?
No screw.
There wasn't one in the motherboard box. There wasn't one in the solid state drive box, the crucial box. Give me the crucial box. So what I thought would have been in with.
No, it's not here. No screw. Do you see it? Do you see it?
Read through that motherboard manual thing. See if it mentions
This?
Yeah. No.
Not
I
it.
need you to read through that. Set that out of the way for the time being.
What am I looking for?
You're looking for NVMe drive. Or it could be labeled as M2. But I would assume they would title the section NVMe.
There's nothing.
That's really cool.
Here's the layout.
That's sweet. I could mount like 3 hard drives in here real easy.
What am I looking?
Oh my god.
What's it called? ND.
NVMe.
There's nothing. There's nothing.
M.2?
Yeah.
What different sections do you have then?
Power connector. DIMM slots. AMD fan. CPU fan connector. And then there's a water pump connector. ATX power connector. USB 3.1 Gen 1 header. SATA connector. 2 8-pin GD4 RAM. SATA 3, power LED and speaker, a system panel header, a chassis fan, a CMOS jumper, access LED header, USB LED header, TPM header, drop audio header, and yeah.
swore that dude told me there was going to be a SATA cable too in here.
Where?
In with the motherboard.
Let me read. Hold on, you guys. The standard for the M2 is on the motherboard. Sometimes you need to change it depending on the length of the M.2. Next, just unscrew the screw on the M.2 drive. That's a nut to hold it up so it doesn't grind until it aligns perfectly with the slot on the motherboard. I have some M.2 standoff screw kits. I'm on OSU campus. Let me know if you need one. If that's a Gigabyte X570, mine doesn't come with one.
It's ASRock Pro 4.
99.99% of the time, it's on the motherboard and are on tight. So got to use a tool to get it off. Well, at least he live streamed himself losing a screw.
Live streamed himself losing his screw.
You need a voluptuous woman. So it begins. I have some M.2 center screws. Oh, you already said that, Nick. Glad you have help. I did this a couple weeks ago, and I had a bag back the next few days.
Yeah, it's a lot of hunching over. That's probably the worst part about building one. That, and then there's so many bags full of random crap.
What am I looking for again?
Oh my god.
What's it called?
NVMe.
But
Or
what is
M.2. It's like a screw. It's the best. Okay. I'm going to explain this way. We're just going to show you. Where is it? So, right over.
If M2-1 is occupied, no?
Right here, this plugs in, and then it would screw this down. This is your hard drive. This stick.
It's the smallest screw in the entire world. And we don't have one. How do you get one?
Oh,
You have a kit! A screw kit. Does that work?
that's a laptop screw kit.
I don't know.
An M2 screw is a very specific style of screw. I mean, you can go grab that kit and see if there's one in there, but I don't think there is.
Dog.
Do I still have a junk PC?
No, you threw it out.
Yeah.
Go take it off Anthony's. You don't need it.
I don't think he has that screw on his. Where did I just put the hard drive screws? I'm losing everything.
Oh my god. See, this is why you need me in your life. I keep everything in line. So, Nick, I missed you. It's been so long. Mike Surgeon.
Missed you too, Mike. How have you been? Please stop unless you're 100% you've figured out what you're about
But
to
it
say.
looks like the thing that you had. Is this the thing that you had? It looks like it.
Yes. It's talking about moving the standoff. Which? Oh. These were case screws. There had to have been more stuff in that motherboard box.
What motherboard box? That I opened?
No, I opened the motherboard.
See, you should have let me open it. Huh. Oh, nice.
Tell him.
Awesome. Finishing college soon. Glad to see you're doing well.
Just living that life. which would make sense. That's usually what I do.
So you have it.
No, not the M2 screw. You still need to find that.
I don't have one.
Figure it out.
Figure it out! You mean Final Fantasy doesn't even exist? Okay, I'll be back. Let me go search the floor for nothing.
Oh, you guys looking for?
A special type of screw, Leah.
It's a teeny tiny screw. Help your mother find it because I don't see it anywhere.
It fell?
No.
Where did I put my other screwdriver top? Over here. If I were a more organized person, this would probably go a lot better for me. As I said though, I've done multiple computer builds. This is just the first time I've done this in depth of a case.
There's nothing down there. These are the coolest things I ever seen.
I think the thing I'm more pissed about is he told me that the motherboard came with a SATA cable for the hard drive. I feel like that should clip in tighter. Oh no, that's pretty good in there. Pull that. Oh, alright. It just didn't feel that tight at first.
Found it. You found it? Yeah.
She found like a crumb. Please go upstairs. You're only gonna agitate me during this process. You can't help. Don't stop touching that! If she had any static on her fingers.
Go upstairs. Go. There's no screw. It came with no screw. A screw should have come with NB and it's tiny. He has very poor management of where everything is, so he probably has it somewhere.
I don't.
He just doesn't see it.
No, I know I don't. This is all for the Cooler Master. Which is very intimidating looking. That's gonna be its own project, evidently.
I wonder how you're gonna make that.
The Cooler Master part, I have no idea.
That's the extra pieces for table management.
No. Because there is no screw on this board. Like it's not on this board.
Did it start?
They just have the risers on here for it.
What's this one paper?
A screw? Because this was the bag that it was in. Now, I haven't put anything in the trash yet outside of the actual external packagings. And that calcium chloride now. The other crappy part is the SATA cable that he said should have already been in here too. Which is fine, I can still boot it without the SATA cable. But I need the NVMe strip. Which does not exist right now. Unless they're... Oh! I have them at work.
You were not there.
Oh. Installing memory modules.
SATA cables come with the motherboard?
Yeah, usually. There were no SATA cables outside of the small one. And I needed to plug in the full... Oh, no, they're both in there. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't think they're both in here. That's just the short one, the small one.
What GPU?
Ryzen 5.
Just tuning in, did you go water cooled?
I did, which I've never done before in my life, and it looks very intimidating.
Redskins Lupe. Hey BPG, what's up? Get some sewn, bro. You just need one set for the HDD.
Really? I thought you used to have two. Don't need these, but that NVMe screw, I can't do much without that right now.
What box was it in? Can you give me the dang box I was in?
Should have been in that. Here's also the bag it was in.
So Star is over on your side. If it came in there. If the screw can come in anything.
Just give me that laptop, kid. It may have an M2, because there are laptops.
There's a CM 2.5. You guys look awesome in yellow. Thanks! Let me go look on your side. Okay.
I'm pretty sure it has a flat top, if I remember correctly. All of these screws are called a CM2. Every single one at the bottom. Or a PM2.
How are you going to lose a screw, doofus?
I don't know, but there's a part of me that wonders if one of these would work.
I'll try it out.
The only reason why I don't find out is because I would be worried that it doesn't work right and then hurts it. We're being fair, that screw right there is the whole size of the top and fits. So that screw will probably work. We're just going to refer to this guy as mushroom top for the moment. These both the same size. Well, neither did I, so.
I've crawled this entire kitchen.
We're just gonna say it's this guy. It's gonna work.
Double screw in.
Sure does. Just gonna make sure it's not too large outside the safe area there. We should be alright. I really wish I had a screw magnetizer at home. I have one at work. That'll let me magnetize my screwdriver, and it works wonderfully.
Wow, it looks perfect.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
Is this your first time building a PC?
No, it's just my first time doing an NVMe drive. I mean, I've replaced NVMe drives. And my first time dealing with this advanced of a case and a water cooler. It's not my first time. I'm just also terribly disorganized, so none of that should be shocking to you guys who've been here for a while.
It's probably on the floor somewhere. It probably is, but we have kids and we have a dog.
Alright, let me look
So
through
there's
some
literally
instructions
crumbs, like teeny tiny crumbs.
for this.
So I'm sure once I like clean the house or sweep up the kitchen, I'll like, go through everything before I dump it in the trash to make sure I didn't sweep it up. So the power for the HHD is on the power supply, and the SATA goes into the motherboard and the HHD or HDD. Need this. Need this. Okay. Anything else you need? You need a beverage. You look thirsty.
Look agitated.
Thirsty, agitated sampling. We're done with this box, right? We're done with this, right?
Sure are.
Okay, and we're done with this box, right?
Sure are.
I'm gonna put this and this inside of this.
Oh god, why does this have to be so intimidating? Huh.
Wow, that looks pretty.
Oh, let's look at the
Pretty sure
directions.
the cables you opened are your SATA cables. Yeah, they were. Well, these ones were. That is now mixing up and putting everywhere.
That's what it does best.
This is why stuff gets lost, because
Alright, so these guys attach to this guy. Right, that looks like the right direction. No. Not gonna lie, this is probably the most intimidating piece.
you got this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fans. What do you need 6 fans for?
It's an AMD processor, they run one.
How far along are you?
Spoken like a true Intel fanboy, right? Oh, let's see. How far along am I? I have the processor mounted, the NVMe drive in. I have the RAM sticks in, and I have the hard drive inserted into its slot, and I have the power supply. About 20% done?
Is there a center partition in the case?
Huh?
Is there a center partition in the case?
This case is all kinds of segregated off. Like, all kinds of segregated off.
I just can't wait to turn it on.
You still got a ways for that.
I know. I'm gonna be here all night.
I really feel like they could have done a better job labeling all of these pieces.
Okay, this is the Intel LGA 2100.
I don't need Intel.
This looks like a bracket to hold it in. These are your screws, your long screws that you are currently looking for. Let's not lose this. I don't know what these little spider doodads are, but can't lose those. No extra screws in here.
Look, guys, if you can be as airheaded as me, you can build a computer. Okay? This is why I'm saying people always get super nervous about building a computer, and I've stumbled through almost 10 of them. You can do it.
I don't know if that's good enough to catch it. I turned it though. Where's that go? The top?
What?
Back?
This is going to go on the very top, yes. So, and then it'll screw into that.
Yeah, there's like a whole bunch of screw holes on the bottom of it.
And then this is like
A mesh.
magnetic, so it'll just cover up the screw holes.
That's cool. You should be able to mount the MB and then install your cooler.
Mount the what? The motherboard? I'm setting up the cooler before we get there, because this thing intimidates the hell out of me.
Don't want to intimidate you. You're genius.
I ain't no genius. I'm like borderline retarded half the time.
Yeah.
Just, somehow, this cord got stuck under here. Only in Nick world. Alright. So then there should be screws to attach this.
Okay, I don't know who Matthew Butler is, but he made a comment on my streaming page, and he says, "What made you go with Ryzen? I talked to Nick about it on YouTube, and he seems set on sticking with Intel. I don't think you guys will regret it one bit."
I've always been an Intel guy, and look, as much as I want to be a stiffler or a dick and just, oh, Intel, sort of like how, you know, a lot of you guys know I'm a huge Xbox guy, but this generation I've been mostly
Can you stand
PlayStation.
up?
No.
No, like, I want to see you stand up real quick on here. Okay, now you can do it.
Ow!
Why don't you sit down in a chair, babe? Okay, so this doesn't matter.
What doesn't?
If I bring them closer. Sorry, guys. I'm just moving you closer so that you can see. Now they can see what you're doing. Intel has been slacking lately, said Aaron.
I wouldn't say it's that they're slacking. So, fun fact, Intel actually, just so they don't become a monopoly, every so often gives AMD their information. Like, every so often they're like, here's all of the stuff we have. That's how far ahead of AMD they've been for the last several years. And this time, AMD just caught up. Like, this is the first time AMD's had hyper-threading and all this stuff that Intel's been touting. And AMD really took advantage. To be fair, though, when you're looking... So if you look at Intel, like the I line versus the A line, the A... What is it? A4 all the way through the A12. the i3, i5, and i7 shit on everything in that lineup. Hell, the i3 almost single-handedly shits on almost everything in that lineup. And if we're talking about from a productivity standpoint, like if I were to just solely be talking about Intel with like Adobe products or even Office, Intel does have a lot of big partnerships with that stuff. Let me figure this out. So that should go.
What's that?
This is going to go on your motherboard.
This?
Yes. This mounts on the roof. I don't know if it really matters what side mounts on the roof. I feel like you're going to want me to turn around these. Hang on.
I want that part to go back there. Other way. Can you do it? Well, does it also depend on how this goes in?
Fans. That's fine.
Does that depend on this? Like how you put this in? Is that how it depends on that?
No.
We have 23 peoples in here.
Hi, peoples. Sorry, there's a lot of, especially, I'm trying to not be super low end about this. That was the issue too. Like I went on PC Part Picker, and there was a part of me that really just I wanted to stay on the cheaper side of things. But
do you know what any of this is for? And this is AMD, but
any of what? That's your processor. Well, that top part was for the heatsink, which is sitting over there by the coffee pot. But I wasn't kidding about AMD processors running hot. They do tend to run much warmer than any of Intel's offerings. And that's part of why I was willing to do water cooling. And this is also a streaming PC. And if I start doing my videos and stuff on here, it's going to be better to have the water cooling. I'm just turning these around for cable management purposes. It is her PC mainly.
I'm so confused.
What are you confused about?
What this is too?
Your processor. That's the only thing in here that's made by AMD.
I know.
One piece held the processor, one piece held the heatsink. The heatsink's over there.
I know, but how does this go in the box?
You ever go into something like super confident where you're like, yeah, I'm gonna get these.
Are you done with this? You done with this?
Yeah. Keep in mind, if I would have never mentioned water cooling, she wouldn't even have known this was a thing. She wouldn't have been like, I need that to be water cooled.
Yo, nice floor.
I'm also gonna have a really nice hunchback after this.
There's a chair right there. Sit in it.
Yeah, it's harder for me to sit and do this.
Excuse me?
So these are probably the screws to mount it in the case then. Yes. Yes, they are. The main reason I'm waiting until it's an Intel board. Intel, AMD A4. So I don't need the back X bracket. Cool. All right. I just need.
Don't hurt yourself doing this,
Oh, I'll be alright. I'm only 32!
So does this go back in that box?
Oh, the keys are specific to the processor. Okay. This is an M4. So that should screw onto the sides of the cooler master.
You don't need this, right?
And those will just lock onto the brackets that already exist. So, if we're being fair, with this water cooler, it's going to be easier because it's AMD. So that's a plus.
So you don't need this.
Sure don't.
You don't need the X bracket stuff?
Shouldn't. Well, hang on. I need whichever one was for AM4.
Yeah, you moved it.
Is that it over there?
No, you moved it.
I want to say it was one of these two over here.
There's a whole bunch of stuff under here. Why are you asking me? This is only labeled. You said they're all labeled. Don't you remember? Gotta charge the phone. But good luck.
How do these pieces connect onto here? That's the only thing y'all really don't explain very well in this guide here.
Flip it over.
There it is. There should be some little small screws. Those are hard drives. Those are the Intel. So, my guess is everything else is in this bag.
So that these are irrelevant to what you need.
Because these are the Pierce ones. I still don't know what this black thing jig does. No idea. You ever just have one of those moments where stuff is just mind-boggling?
Let me figure all this stuff out. Here.
You just need the screws.
What are these for? Right here. What are all these for? Don't know?
Those are the ones that are going to connect this to the roof.
Okay. Just a little rough. And you don't need this.
Correct.
Do you need this?
Maybe.
Here's a little bracket up here. Another little bracket up here. twisted on a piece. It twisted on a piece on most of them.
Are they like tiny little bolts?
What's that do?
This?
Yeah, you're screwed.
This is making it so this water cooler is compatible.
With mine?
Yes.
Okay.
So different processors have different seating on the motherboards, like an Intel processor and different generation Intel processors, different generation AMD processors.
This is another 7, 6, 8. That's another roof thing. Oh, thank you, Hatchet.
Hi, Hatchet!
Oh, he's been here for a while.
Thanks for telling me what's going on in the chat.
You're welcome. Hey, I'm a great deal of help here.
Didn't say you weren't. You do alright at keeping it organized, so you do that.
Okay.
That is definitely a try, not a accomplish.
You lose everything, can't help it. What water cooler did you get?
You can read it off the box. I don't remember off the top of my head.
It is called. There's no pages in here. There's doodads that you might need. It is a Cooler Master Liquid ML240L RGB with low profile dual chamber design. You're done with it, eh? 5 hours later. It's only been, I don't know. But my phone's dying.
I spent like the first couple hours of the stream just chatting.
Talking about what it is.
Or first 10-15 minutes of the stream just chatting, talking about the products, opening them.
You shouldn't have opened everything, that's why you lost everything. Like your marbles.
Do I look like Toodles to you?
78 minutes ago it started. That's not a bad time. All you gotta do is essentially put everything in now. Nice and neatly. Pretty. You need
This
that?
stuff we'll need. This we'll need. And this we'll need.
So what about this? I don't know what this is.
Didn't I tell you those were the hard drive screws? So you're getting stuff mixed up now too.
It's going to look like pasta, sorry, I had to say it. No, it won't. I will manage it myself if I have to.
So those jumpers are going to go between this. I mean, it would look like a hell of a lot less pasta if I used the base fan, but I wanted it to water cool. So I wanted it to run cool every now and then. Nick regrets certain decisions Nick makes.
What motherboard did you get? I put it away.
It's a B450 Pro 4 ASRock.
Oh,
It's right next to it. The only piece I know for sure is this goes over to this at this point. Which this has buttons on it, which confuses me even more. Oh my god, please shut up.
see, that's how you lost the little screw. Are you supposed to be doing that?
Sure am. And these will connect to some of these, and these will go into the motherboard. Oh, this thing could have been better.
Where are these things at?
Looking at it from this direction.
These little chippy things.
One of those is your graphics card. If you wanted to put an internal Elgato, that would be one of those slots that it'll take up.
What's wrong?
That's what Anthony sees a school, but
What?
it kicks me out.
Did you make sure everything was closed?
Everything's not there.
Now, the screws to hold the motherboard in.
Yeah, that's probably because it's something.
Leah, stop touching the stuff.
Really? Like all this, all of these apps are not going to let you play it.
Can I delete games?
Yeah.
Alright, let's hold this up for a second.
That's better.
Come over here.
Get your external case screws. These should be the ones for the motherboard, I believe. What are those long ones for? On the upside, I don't have to deal with changing the bracket at all for this, which is nice. Leah, I need you to get out of here. Please.
Why'd you delete the game?
Or don't listen. That's cool too.
Because I have to delete a lot. Go put this over there. By the coffee pot. What other ones can I delete? Next. You don't want Minecraft? Let go of it. Plug and play? This can go.
Yeah.
Washington Post? Stop.
What even is that game? This game?
Jason.
What games did you delete?
None.
Did you delete that?
I did not delete anything, Leah. Shut up. I just want to watch through the screen to. I just want to reach through the screen and punch people who build these systems in 30 minutes. Always takes me 3 hours or more, even though I have been doing it for 20 years. That's probably because they edited out a lot of stuff.
They do. Even Linus Tech Tips edits out a lot of stuff. I've seen a video of Linus actually building a PC, like that wasn't a YouTube video.
Anyways,
Where's the App Store?
I put that in upside down. I think I caught that before I did it. Yeah.
did you just take away the guy that's with scissors? Oh, cutting the western no. Because I just got that game, and I'm working so hard.
It's also this kind of stuff that like drives me up a wall though. Like these little aluminum pieces. It's just like when I take apart a laptop at work. I hate it. It's like all the plastic. All the stuff I feel like I'm gonna end up breaking.
Mommy, look. Mommy, look. Oh.
Stop. That's a fucking trash. What is mine called?
GameStop Game Reviews. GameStop Game Reviews.
Playmaster.
Can you hear me? Did it, guy?
I'm just making sure I have it all lined up. Sorry. I know. Like over here, like. Balls deep staring into it.
What's up, guys? It's me up there.
I just feel like I'm going to break the motherboard plugging the 24-pin cable in.
It's over here.
There are so many different things I always feel like I'm gonna break.
Like the tablet.
Nope, that would be you that breaks tablets, Leah.
Leave it. Can you not touch anything? I'm not gonna say it again. Next time you touch it, I'm gonna chop your hands off. Chop them off.
If you don't, I'm going to call Santa.
Go ahead. Eddie won't answer to you.
Yes, he will. You say, okay, I'll drop my stuff.
Why aren't you in bed yet?
Yeah, why are we down here with the tablet?
I'm cleaning it.
Great, Leah, you should be in bed either way.
You're starving.
Yeah, I just ate food.
Maybe you should have ate your pasta. Hi, Joey.
Welcome back. Hi, Julie. I'm just gonna say hi because I got
go to the little back for the battery.
How are these two?
I don't know. This goes to the case.
Are we talking about these for two?
No. You bought them over here. Funniest thing is when you forget something stupid like not plugging in the PCIe power and the thing doesn't power on. I built a $2,000 system for a friend one time and that happened.
Been there. Like, think of it this way. I'd rather take my time and know that I'm right.
How long does building a PC take?
Depends on the PC. The more simple the machine, the easier it is. Like, this case makes it a million times tougher.
What was it? Roblox?
I'm also not great with cable management, though.
What do I do first?
There's Roblox. I built it.
You didn't build it.
I fixed it. Don't go for it.
I'm just hoping these are the right screws for the motherboard. And they look like it. There seems to be just the right amount, so. And I think that's the thing that's also different too. Is like every machine you go to and all the different parts you buy, little things are different. And it's always aesthetic things. But those little aesthetics can throw you off at the same time. Like originally, I looked at a much smaller case. That case was too ugly for Valerie. For those of you who are not married, so you know I lost that argument. And the day you get married, you will fully understand why you'll lose that argument.
Okay, then fight that must play. It obviously don't want you to play it. It's a title that you're supposed to be playing very minimal games on.
Mommy, guess what? Did he just made this whole castle all by herself?
Oh.
There. Stay over there.
Today was my day off of work and I chose to spend it this way.
Yes, you did.
That one's not going to screw in, but that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's that one. Oh my god. Oh.
Mommy, it's next.
cousin's pudding.
Ooh. Name captions? What is that? What it is?
Hang on. Give me a second, and I'm going to show you the inside so far. Un momento, per favor. There we go. Alright. Oh. By the way, hi. So far, where are we? We have the motherboard in. We've got the bus cover in over here. I've got it lined up pretty well. Oh, stupid phone. So you can see that there. It's all nice and lined up. Next part is I'm probably going to try to get, because I've got the hard drive mounted in, which the hard drive... Let's go ahead and stand this guy up real quick. So, there's a mount inside here for the hard drives and everything. And then it's separated off so you can run most of the cables up the backside. So they're nice and hidden here. But the hard drive slid out. Hang on, putting y'all down real quick. Oh, there we go. Alright, we've got the cooler all assembled for the most part. No, stop phone. So now, I can hit my vape. Alright.
You're done with this box, yes?
I am. I think I'm going to install a power supply so I can start kind of plotting out where the cables are going to run for that.
What's this?
That's graphics card. That's going to be here in a minute. Screw on like that, and then that'll screw on to that.
I don't know who Brett Parrish is,
Yeah.
but he sent you $1 on PayPal.
Thank you, Brett.
That was literally like 2 hours ago.
I'm sorry I missed it.
What card did you end up getting?
Huh?
What card did you end up getting?
RX 580. It's Asus Strix. I wonder which ones it's intending for me to use for that.
Couldn't tell you.
Well, I mean, the general concept of building a PC is if it fits, it's the right one. So I guess we're just gonna keep with that. these are all, for the most part, for the case.
Was this a gaming build or a video editing? Or for video editing?
Both.
Hi, Martin! So a 1060, not a bad card at all. Will you do a review on it later?
I don't know if I'll review the card so much. I mean, at some point I'll probably talk about the PC, how it runs, how I feel about the performance of it. I'll probably put the graphics card in next. I'm really dreading that.
Why?
There's a lot of cabling.
What for what? This? Doesn't look like that much cabling.
Oh, let's see. You will see, my dear.
Martin said, building PCs nice. Good job, Nick. And $4.99. Wait,
What?
$4.99. See?
Oh, thank you, Vartan. What's up, man?
Wait on the card. What does wait on the card mean?
Do the card blast.
What's the card? Yes?
How many times are you gonna ask? Yes, your video code.
It just looks like fans to me.
Doesn't all of it just look like hands to you?
Mm-hmm. I need a charger. And you have my 5-mile long cord.
Yeah, because the live stream's running on my phone.
Julie said, Trey Fitty.
I need about tray fitted. Thank you, Jilly. I think it's funny that streams where I talk less, people donate more. Oh, thank God he's not speaking.
How are the kitties?
They're doing kid things.
Nick?
Upstairs playing Roblox.
I hope you didn't get a truck at work.
Who said that?
Barton.
Oh, we have a truck at work. I was off today. So it was not my problem.
You will be tomorrow.
Most likely, yes. I'm sure I'll wind up screwing this in and taking it out like 4 different times, because I'm pretty sure that's what I did last time.
Why don't they do truck? Why do they leave it for you?
Who said that?
Barton?
I wouldn't so much say that they leave it for me. It's just usually I'm the fastest one at working it.
Why do you keep asking who said that?
Just in case it's anyone from my work and they're asking.
Oh. Boop.
Why do you keep saying boop?
I keep booping your own nose.
The dog?
Dawn said. By the way, hi Dawn! Again. Been missing you lately. Glad I caught the stream.
I'm glad you were here too, Dawn. Thank you. I know you were in the one where we were talking about my water heater. Ugh.
Oh,
Ugh.
that stupid water heater.
You're talking about things I did not expect to deal with this year. A water heater dying. But to be fair, I really don't think anyone who has a water heater die is like, man, I'm totally looking for that water heater to die this year.
Can't wait for that water heater to die.
So we got a self-cleaning one, which the guy who installed it pretty much said that's mostly just a marketing thing. He's like, you still want to clean it. Which, by the way, for those of you who don't own a house, or do own a house, or are looking to own a house, you should clean your water heater. Apparently you should empty it every so often. Do I have a bigger one of these?
What? Let me see.
I do not have a bigger one of this tip. I need a bigger one of these.
Not a flathead, no. I have a screwdriver right here.
Might work.
Nick, did you hear about the FTC? It's one that caused mass havoc.
The Coppolas recorded a video on it today. Probably be up sometime tomorrow.
No fun about it there. Julie D said I felt that way about kitchen appliances before. Ooh.
Oh yeah. None of this, like when you buy a house, like the stuff that dies, you never expect it to die because it's not really expensive. So you're like, oh, this will last a while. It apparently doesn't last all that long.
Dawn said you should flush it about once a year to get sediment and stuff out of it. We didn't know that until ours died.
Yeah. But live and you learn. All that good stuff. So most of the cables will be able to come through these slots over here. Which I don't know where this SATA is going, or where these guys are going to go. I have so many questions. Most of them are about the case plugs at this point. Don't get me wrong. Those questions will eventually evolve into questions about cooler.
So there's water in it? There's water in this?
It's not water, it's a liquid. I don't know what the liquid is, but there's a liquid. The backside of this thing is gonna look like some damn spaghetti.
That's fine. As long as it's not this window.
I mean, we'll try to keep it. Where'd the other one of these that slid out go?
All right there.
There's one more.
Don't ask me. Right here. It's one step closer to 100% fastest state. All the things I have seen working for a heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical company just reinforces the idea of not buying a home. Right?
Well, and I mean, that's the crazy part, too, is like a lot of homes, you get a home warranty when you buy the home. I guarantee you anything that goes wrong happens outside of that home warranty.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you do like a 10-year home warranty.
After buying my house, I kind of miss living in my trailer sometimes. Simpler times. Oh, I bet. I would probably, to be honest, I would probably pick living in a trailer over living in a house.
What?
Well, depending on what it looks like, you know? Or how everything looks.
Not knocking the trailer.
Yeah, it's water, but some additives to mold don't grow. Oh. Don't want the kitties near the PC. I know, right? I would be a seller's worst nightmare with all I've seen at work. I really don't think it will hold up in court since it attacks the First Amendment freedom of expression. Oh. Mm-hmm. I thought that was supposed to be last. You still have this to put in. You still have this to put in. That was supposed to be last.
No, we were saving the card for last, I thought. Alright. Where are the roof screws for this bad boy?
There was a bag of like. It was in this bag. So whatever you use for this.
Un momento, per favor.
You're putting that on your bait, just so you know.
Where's my bait?
You dingbat! What the heck did you put it for?
Don't worry.
Oh my gosh. See, I have everything all organized, and here he is, messing it up.
Then don't walk away while I'm trying to figure stuff out. Oh, you were busy playing on Wade's tablet.
I would be the person that pointed out every issue with how much it was going to cost me to fix. Yeah, when we got our house, it was essentially like, what do you call it? Like it's
Move-in ready.
yeah, move-in ready. Like it had like all the appliances. We even got the washer and dryer that they had here because it was so nice. So I wasn't really picky, and I figured like because our house was built in 2009, and we got it in 2015. I think 2015. I wouldn't assume that there would have been much wrong with it, but I mean, I don't know if 10 years is a good time for a water heater to be lasting, but I mean.
Well, that's also assuming that's the original water heater that came with the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are going to be more screws coming your way.
Yeah, 4 more.
Mm-hmm.
You should have been using these ones for that, probably. Yeah, baby. I love you too.
I just thought they used really fancy looking screws in them.
Have you been doing regular maintenance with your HVAC system? My brother works with HVAC, so I usually have him come over and do whatever. I'm like, hey, can you just check out everything and make sure everything works? Or is doing what it's supposed to. Hatchet government can't be arbitrarily decide your video is intended for kids when they explicitly click on not kid friendly. It's called fascism. Unbelievable. Like, do we live in the U.S.? Average lifespan of a water heater is 6 to 12 years. Yeah, we have a 9-year warranty on ours. Manufacturers, though. Look at the big 3 media platforms. It feels like China. Unless it's tankless. Yeah, I didn't want to go tankless. That's good. I've seen manufacturers void warranties for not doing regular maintenance on the units. Yeah, I have to, like, not just like on water heaters, but like anything in general. What was it that it was something electronic, I forget what it was. And they said that, we have a warranty on our carpet in our house. But it's not in our name, it's in the original buyer's name. But when we signed that house, they said that it had a warranty on it. It's a 10-year warranty, blah, 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 blah. So I tried to call Home Depot and Lowe's to try to figure out.
I think I'm still using the wrong screw.
So I called Home Depot and Lowe's to try to figure out if it was through them that had the warranty and if they would be able to look it up through the address, because I don't know the original owner's name, which I probably could find it out. Through the deed or whatever. I don't know. I think it would be on the deed, but like when we signed everything. But I would have to find those papers. But they're like, yeah, well, we have to have proof that you had it professionally cleaned every 6 months. And you have to have like receipts for it from since the first time you bought it all the way up to current date. And
which we don't have receipts for that because we own our own carpet cleaner.
Right. And then they're like, and then to do that, if we had that, then we would have to have the original people that had purchased the warranty contact them, and then something of a sort, like write it over into us, or whatever. I don't know. But they pretty much were like, you're screwed. And it's like, well, we have a 10-year warranty, why can't I use my warranty? It's just a warranty. Damn loopholes they used to get out of honoring the warranty. Yeah, and like on our sofa, there's like on like the cushions, there's threading on it, which I now regret getting, because when I went to vacuum it, the vacuum, like one of the corners of like the what is it called? A nozzle? I don't know, like a hose nozzle thingy-majiggy for furniture. It's meant for furniture. One of the corners got snagged on the thread and pulled it, and it needs to be like re-sewn together. Like it's still there, it just needs to be re-sewn. I don't know how to sew, or else I would have done it myself. But I tried calling them to have them replace it, and they're like, well, how did it happen? If it happened this way, we don't cover it. If it was this, we can't cover it. And they're like, we're wanting some like outlandish story as to how it happened. I'm just like,
which I keep telling her to call him back and tell him that it happened from a vigorous masturbation session where my penis got caught in the stitching, and it was a nightmare.
the last time I used a loophole was to hang my jacket up. Nick, any news regarding general manager position?
I am not one.
Is there still hope?
Yeah, there's still hope. There's always still hope. I mean, I successfully ran a store, and while running said store, I managed to be the top in several categories in a store that hadn't performed well, but they picked an external hire over me, which is fine, that happens.
Yeah, maybe you should have done it the first time. Instead of just grabbing screws and saying, ooh, I'll use these.
They should be in marked bags. I'm just saying.
You're missing one.
Shouldn't be.
You're missing one of the ones that were in.
Oh, yes. Yes, I am. I'm getting slowly but surely. I don't know. I think it's tough to. I mean, that's sort of my personality, though. I usually try to maintain upbeat even when I'm not wanting to be. Maybe I was using the right screws that last time.
You'll get the next opening, Nick.
Maybe. I mean, my boss, from what I hear, he talks extremely highly of me, which is great. That's always what you want. All of these out. Good old Nick using the wrong screws in the wrong spots. I swear these look like motherboard screws, but
Well, you're the best.
what is he yelling about?
No idea. You can thank the Clintons for coining the loophole phrase.
Speaking of which, we saw a really cool Epstein didn't kill himself sign on a bridge tonight, and it was all lit up.
Hang in there, buddy. I'll get the next one. Hopefully FedEx delivers a new computer tomorrow. My new computer tomorrow. That'd be cool. Don't count on it. It needs a signature ID drive for FedEx.
Hatchet does drive for FedEx. I assume that's who said that.
You'll get the next opening egg. Good luck. I hope you get your PC tomorrow. Yeah, Don, hope you enjoy. We're putting these in the wrong ones.
I'm really good at sticking it in the wrong hole.
You're so funny. See, BackPocketGameReviews knows. You wanna know something astonishing? I think that's like so weird. Nick can remember all of these things. Like, he can remember things about you guys, like some of the smallest thing, like this person, da 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 da, that person, da 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 da. But you ask him where his keys are, he don't know.
What keys?
Any keys. We look for.
I'm trying to figure out what screws for the motherboard.
Well, there's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 right here. These will most likely be it.
I need 6 for the motherboard.
Well, this has 4, so.
I mean, technically I could do 5. Alright, 7. Like, I would have swore it was those. Where's the, guide for this thing? Case. That should talk about what screws to use where.
Motherboard. There are these ones, but there's only 4 here. No, there's 17. Whatever one has 17, 2, 4, 6, 8.
Show me which one.
Motherboard. Just the flat. Yeah, it's these ones. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Number 7. 5.
I don't think it's these.
It has a flat top. No, maybe not.
Pretty sure. I thought it was in here.
13. What have you used the damn screws on?
What haven't I used the damn screws on? We're going with the 13 ones.
Yeah, this is for the fans. These are for the fans.
What fans?
I think these.
See, guys, this is why you don't assume. Assuming makes an ass out of me. Not out of you, it's just me, I promise.
I love how much you guys love each other. You guys are so awesome. You two are exceptional for any married couple. Oh, you two are an inspiration for any married couple. Oh, thanks.
You said that.
Martin. He don't listen. He's very unorganized, but I love him.
I don't listen, I won't. I listen very well, it's just a matter of what do I choose to hear. The unorganized part, I won't argue.
A movable tie. I don't even see a movable tie. My phone's turning off. Oh no. My phone turned off. So I'm gonna have to make y'all smaller, so just hold on. Still going strong. We are still going strong. It will be done tonight. I will have everything ready by tomorrow.
Well, that was my game plan, that's why I started it tonight. Don't work till 1 tomorrow.
Don't get sick, guys. I'm almost done. There. Now y'all can see what Hams is doing. My phone died.
Who wants to go get Nick a beer? And lots of liquor.
What?
I was drinking the whole time I built Brent's PC.
I like y'all's table. I made it. Well,
She retrofitted it, so to speak.
I sanded off all of the paint, all of the top,
The
all
varnish.
this. Yeah, I sanded it and then I stained it, and then I painted the legs white. I want to get new chairs.
Oh.
It was a lot of work. Nick, did you guys go to Culver's lately? Last time I went to Culver's, I had pumpkin something. That's last. I wanted it the other way.
I don't know if this will actually fit in here. The cables for the case block where it would go.
Huh?
The cables for the case make it impossible to mount on here.
Let me see.
So look, it mounts to these screws here. If I put too much pressure on that, I can break those cables, which I don't want to do.
You can't take that off real quick?
I mean, honestly, it's fine even if this isn't liquid cooled. You're not high end enough to where it's going to be a big problem.
I want it to be liquid cooled.
So did I, but it is what it is. Where'd you put the other fan?
I threw it away.
No, you didn't.
Outside at the local dump.
No, you didn't. Grab the other fan.
I want this.
It's not going to work unless you want to get a whole different case and undo everything that's already done.
Why can't you just unscrew what's on it in that little spot?
Because then you won't be able to power on the computer.
And put it back?
It's not going to be able... It's not going to work. I can get you some case fans that are LED. Well, you've already got case fans that are RGB.
Spin the case.
Cables up here block where it mounts. I would have to put a lot of pressure on those to install it. Like a lot of pressure. Like an uncomfortable amount. And then I'd be slightly worried it would wind up breaking that.
There might be an alternative path.
Just give me the other fan. That is the alternative path. I can always upgrade the fan later. Let me actually read the comments. I haven't seen them in a minute. Unplug them and mount the cooler. I think if I... So that's the issue. Some of these aren't plugged in. They're actually a part of the board. Which makes it problematic. But it's fine. As I said, it's a Ryzen 5, so it shouldn't be generating so much heat to where that's going to be a game changer, but... I mean, I'd probably...
What is this?
What?
What is that fan thing called?
A liquid cooler?
Because they have it that it says that you can put it in there.
Let me see. The radiator is applicable up to 40 millimeters high.
Val deserves the liquid cooling. It's not that I don't Like, it's not that he doesn't want to do it, it's the fact that it doesn't fit on the case. I mean, I'm sure it fits on the case somewhere. It has to fit on the case somewhere.
I really don't want to do that. It wants me to take the whole front end of this off and all the fans.
Yeah. That's a lot of doing. I just don't understand how it would.
I'll debate on that. For now, we're just going to use this. Because that's something I can always go back and change.
He's half-assing.
I'm not half-assing it.
Somebody not half-assing it would have done the thing. And the whole reason why we went with that case is because he said the one that we were going with was already too small.
Yeah, but this also leaves you with more room to upgrade and easily upgrade. It's a pretty diesel heatsink.
It's not what I wanted. Do what you gotta do. Does the front of the case come up? It does. Can I
Not
have my instruction
easily.
book that I was looking at? Have you really clicked on it? It says you can do it to the top.
I'm not hearing from it.
And it goes in. It fits. I feel like you shouldn't be pulling that like that.
It'll be alright.
Oh, hopefully it'll break so then I don't have to do it.
I'm more concerned with how I'm going to neatly hide these cables. Don't worry, guys. Most of the cable part of this, she's going to be doing.
Yeah, as long as you don't jack it up. See, and it.
Hold this.
I got it. You're supposed to screw in these slats, these long slats.
Okay, give me the screws for it. You're holding it too high up. Just like that. I don't need you to hold the radiator, I just need you to hold the hose.
And then you move it down however far you need it to go down. Dawn, that is a good question. I'm gonna remember this next time the missus and I have a fight. We got something together. If she gets frustrated with you, you just push through. Because I know he's frustrated with me.
I'm always frustrated with you.
How the heck are you going to get the bottom ones?
Bottom one's what?
Oh, never mind.
Bottom one's what?
Screws. And then I just realized that you're screwing it from the outside. I thought you were putting... Look, you did it. Told you you could do it.
Good luck with figuring out how the cabling on this is going to go.
I got the cable and the cabling's nothing.
That all still has to plug into that.
Cabling's
And then it's
nothing.
got buttons on it.
Cabling's nothing.
Okay.
I have 3 dogs and 1 barks at leaves blowing across the yard, so I'm sure they don't knock. Oh, no, they don't knock. Why would they knock? That means they have to interact with somebody. That's why you get a camera outside. Then it'll go off, and then you go quickly to the door. What the kids want for Christmas? Anthony is wanting Hot Wheels tracks. And Leo wants a Barbie house. Like a big Barbie house. Like an actual Barbie house. Like she has a Barbie house, but it's made of plastic. I mean, like plastic.
Some of the things I need to plug in are under where this goes.
Under where what goes?
I'm going to have to remove this.
Play should not last. Everyone told you to do it last.
Everyone told me to do the card last.
No, everyone told you to do that last.
Usually, when you do a normal heat sink, I could have done this right now and never would have caused a single problem. So we're going to have to plug everything in before we do this. This is literally going to have to be the last piece before we boot it up. If you think you're bored, I wish you felt how my back feels.
There's a chair right behind you.
And how am I moving the chair around everywhere that I need to move?
Now you have an attitude.
I don't.
That's an attitude.
I have a stop telling me how to do something that you've never done before kind of too.
I'm not telling you to do anything.
There's a chair behind you.
Just have a seat. Do you remember your pork chops video? I tried doing that once and the whole kitchen was in smoke from olive oil.
Pork chops.
Yeah, that goes back in here.
Look at that.
I don't know, I might want to put it back in there. I know you. I'm not dumb.
Fucking regret doing water cooling to every extent at this point. Oh, that's fancy.
That is fancy. You know what that looks like?
Speed setup. It looks like a bunch of reading I'm not gonna do.
Yeah, no duh. Have you read anything this entire time?
Why do all these people still put like, here's your display drivers on a disc? Here's your motherboard drivers on a disc.
With my no disk drive.
Good thing I have a USB one. We've got a bunch of cable ties though.
You want to know why, right? Because
Cable tie your mouth shut.
I'll beat you. I had to report one of them. That dog broke the skin. Ooh.
My God, this thing is a behemoth.
That's another fan? More fans?
These are only cooling your graphics card. See all that heat sink right there? For those of you who aren't familiar with computers, all this piping
Down a
right
little
here,
bit. Get it down a little bit. There.
all this piping in here is just piping away the air and helping cool everything off with the fans.
What's all those things on the back?
Hmm?
All those things in the back.
These are ports.
Oh, that comes off? Leave those on. Leave those on.
You don't need that. That's display port. Display port.
You're going to have to help me. That's how the screw got lost, right there.
That's not. Those should be me. So we'll leave those open.
You're going to have to help me figure out how to set up both my monitors. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, you do. What's that? Fancy stuff?
Protective film.
Hey brother, just thought I would drop by and check in on you. I was in VR network.
Hey! How are you? Here, you hold that.
Oh. Hi.
It's crazy how little a CPU is and then how massive a GPU is.
What is this? The GPU?
Yeah. Do you know what that stands for?
Graphically prioritized unit.
Graphical processing unit.
I was close.
We're gonna set you down here.
I was close. And this is RGB now? No.
No.
What's Aura sync? It has RGB.
Does it?
Yeah. I think Aura. Yeah. RGB LED synchronized enables complete system personalization. My God, my PC is about to be so pretty, you guys.
We have to open multiple slots for this guy.
Yeah, it looks like 2.
Yeah, he's a big boy. Little would not be a term I would use for this guy.
It has HDMI.
Yeah.
It's like, looks like it will lift over. So they lift up on the back. There. Worst my cat will do is a nuzzle on your leg. Oh my gosh. What's this?
Was this one of the ones that came out of here?
Yeah. I think. Is it square, boxy? No. It's one of these.
You're in all the way.
Maybe. You do it?
Yeah. Yeah. There's one started. That's not the one that came out there. It's these. Oh no.
She's lost.
Ew.
Leah?
Good.
She's a. She's a cough though. Press 1 if you love this couple.
All right.
GG's. GG's. Oh, thank you guys.
Now I need those boxy ones.
Mm-hmm. These are the boxy ones.
Those came out of the top of this.
Unless you're talking about these two.
Alright, graphics card is installed.
Where are the rest of these?
Put these aside. These are the ones that no, those are the ones for the cooler.
Yeah.
Okay, just make sure you didn't mix them with anything.
I hung up on a guy the other day for yelling and cussing at me and calling me names because I couldn't get a tech out to him that day. Well, maybe he should have had internet or whatever problem. Internet. Whatever problems before the day. It goes at 7 p.m. Yeah, right. You'll be lucky. You'll be hard pressed to find somebody coming out there if you call at noon.
Is that Dawn?
Mm-hmm. I mean, we had somebody come out and change our water heater same day, but that's also through a Home Depot. Home Depot's service, and I was calling them at like 9 o'clock in the morning, like right when they were opening, and they had to come at like 4. So I was lucky that they came. Time for next first segment.
You don't even know, homie.
He said cables.
I don't even know.
That thing is, he was on the schedule earlier that day and canceled because he thought the front. Oh my gosh! See, you should never cancel. You should always have them come out, just in case. I got fired over pudding once. Oh my gosh! No way. Pudding. I'd smack somebody for firing you. Then calls back at 7 p.m. saying it's not and is mad. He still can't get some out of him. Holy crap! Is this real? Hi, Walter White. This is real. Five hours later. See, this is the behind the scenes stuff that people that make videos about PC builds that they don't show you.
Yeah, they just do jump cuts.
Oh look, I installed this motherboard and I installed this. I don't know. When did this start? 2 hours and 39 minutes ago.
To be fair, I'm really not making bad time.
I'm studying for CompTIA A+. I hope I can learn something from this.
The A+ certification's really stupidly easy. Just an FYI.
I didn't buy enough, and I bought 12 boxes. Oh, pudding? Are you kidding me? How is that not enough?
These are supposed to be able to slide together usually. Isn't this the part I said you were going to be doing?
Yeah.
Great.
What's that go to?
That one has to go here. This one is your,
Where does this go?
that's an extra in case you had another PCIe item.
And I can't remove it?
No.
Okay, well, I will manage the cord when I'm done.
I mean, you can always unplug too and re-plug back in. But you're going to have to do this before I install. So come around to this side. All of these have specific places they go. That's going to be in your motherboard manual.
Can you plug it in now?
Yeah, all of this you're going to be plugging in now.
Oh, guys, look at the plugins. What's the GPU?
All of these?
Oh, that's the GPU, yes.
Oh, what are you doing? All of these go in a specific area as well. Same with this. So you'll need your motherboard manual to go through all this. All of these go into your motherboard as well. This will go from your hard drive into your motherboard. This is what you need.
Yeah, I also need space, so.
Yeah, that's why I got out of your space.
This stuff is still in my space.
Hey kiddos, this is the fun part where I get to just sit back and kind of watch. Oh.
This?
Also, your motherboard is heavier than all shit.
Where's the rest of those?
I'm kind of shocked it's being held up that easily.
Okay.
It's stupidly heavy. do you prefer SSD over hard disk drive? So I think you should have both. An SSD you honestly shouldn't be like saving files on. SSD is great for like programs and stuff like that, but constantly writing over to a solid state drive actually cuts down the life of the solid state drive.
I don't know what this is. This does not tell me what this is.
It's in there. It's all in there.
Am I supposed to be using the entire booklet? Because most of this booklet is in a different language.
There's 2 different sections. I just came up with the idea of building a PC for my brother and dad for Christmas while I was driving home from work, and I came home to see this. Yeah, so, Valerie...
This does not exist in this book.
It does.
The fuck it does. There's nothing about chords in this book. Not a single thing about a chord in this book.
That case book should tell you where all of them need to go on your motherboard. You could also check the motherboard one. That might give you more insight as well.
This is chapter 3. There ain't no chapters in this book.
We're going to cut the stream here. We'll come back after we finish the chords and everything. I got a video to switch live.
So you'll be entertained for the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, this is going to take a minute and it might require her to be able to Google search. So why do some companies only use SSDs? So a lot of people have switched over to cloud storage. The amount of files that people...
Yeah, it's like a motherboard book.
That's that really thick
It's right
one.
over there on the chair. The chair's right here. Thick book on the chair. Okay.
Oh, that's for an Intel. But I'm gonna go switch the GameStop video live, and then we'll come back here in a little bit.